Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. Can you see the blue tint in the frame, in the picture, in the film? It looks blue, doesn't it? We're gonna get into that today. I got a special surprise for you guys, something that's been a long time coming. I've been waiting to do this, I've been waiting to film this. I'm setting up a saltwater tank. So, freshwater, the cichlids are freshwater, everything I have is freshwater. Today, we're venturing into saltwater. I want to show you guys that it is not as hard as some people make it out to be to set up a saltwater tank. We have all the supplies we need. We have the tank. We have 3 fish to put in it tonight. We're going to get this going. We're going to get it filled. I'm sweating uncontrollably because I've been trying to set this all up for the last 20 minutes. So if I look gross, I'm sorry. My hair was a mess. I had to throw a hat on. So what I'm going to do is I have to lug. Right there's the, if I can point at it, right there's the stairs, okay? Because I'm down in the basement, I have to lug 8 5-gallon buckets of RO water down here to fill this tank. So, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get the water in this tank, and I will go through and I will show you everything. After that, we'll get the salt into it. The mixing method I'm gonna use is not preferred, and you really shouldn't do it this way, but I don't have a decent way to mix this up right now, so it's just going to be the way I'm going to do it. But I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to show you the tank. I'm going to show you the, I don't know what the name of the light is, but I'll show you the light. I'll show you the hardware we're working with. So let's jump into it, guys. Okay, so here is our 40-gallon reef tank. So the sump is in the back. We have filtration tray here. We have our heater will sit in this hole. Our pump, our DC pump sits down there. Our protein skimmer's right here. And then we have another media tray right there. Right here's our outlets. The tank isn't the prettiest as of right now because it's kind of dirty, but we'll get it cleaned up. Right here's the light. This is a dual light. It is a aquatic life. That's what it says. Aquatic life. Okay. So we got the tank filled, we got the salt in. I stuck a power head in there to help dissolve the salt because I was a little unprepared for this, but I'm gonna end up getting a trash can like I do with my freshwater water changes, and just having that so I can mix water, like just a small trash can like that, so I can just mix water to do water changes instead of having to pour the salt into the tank like I did here. But unfortunately that's what I had to do. Next time I'll be more prepared. So when it comes to the salt, as you guys can see, there's my nice little 10-gallon stand. If you guys remember that, I turned that into a little, side nook off my desk here. There's actually some Pro Reef Mare Sols, sea salt. That's saltwater salt too as well. And then a power head. The box is upside down. We are using Fritz Pro Reef Mix. This stuff is the best salt on the market. Whatever you can use the Fritz Pro Reef Mix. This stuff is a half a cup per gallon of water. So it's a full cup for every 2 gallons. And this is a 55-pound box, and that'll last a long time. There's the cichlids over there. So right now, we're going to let the salt dissolve. We're going to come back to it, and hopefully it'll be cleared up by then, and we'll get everything going. All right, so I apologize. I forgot to film some stuff with the saltwater tank, but the last time we left off, I was filming this. I was showing you guys everything that worked on it, the light. Now there's fish in it. The substrate I wanted to go over this, was Carib Sea. And it is the Agra Alive Hawaiian Black. It's reef ready, proven to reduce nitrates. So Carib Sea has always been a go-to substrate for me, especially with cichlid tank because it buffers the substrate for them. But as of right now, we have this kind of pink goby in here. He's actually a decent size. And then we have a clownfish pair. And if I can get them on camera, if I go to this side maybe. there's our clownfish pair. They are platinums. There's some kind of platinum clownfish. Don't hate me for not knowing what the actual name is of them. But we also have a piece of coral in this bag. Probably can't see it, but the piece in this bag is actually a it is a bubble tip anemone, and it's just a little one, wee little one. And then in the back, in this little container, we have a piece of Goniopora. It's a pink Goniopora. It's gonna look absolutely awesome in this tank. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get this coral in here. I'll explain a few other things about the tank and how it works, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so we're back. The coral is in the tank. We got our piece of Goniopora here, and then we have our bubble tip anemone. It is up on the top of the rock, and the DC pump is off at the moment to allow that bubble tip anemone to attach to that rock, and hopefully he attaches, or what, I guess it's not a he, but hopefully that anemone attaches itself to the top of that rock. I'm hoping that's where it will stay. If not, I was told that anemones tend to move around, so not a big deal. I definitely want to get more coral, but as of right now, this is just like a test run to make sure I can keep coral alive, because I can keep fish alive, but coral's a little bit more sensitive. So this guy here, I keep wanting to call it a he, but it's not. This Goniopora here is a little angry right now. It's stressed out a little bit from being in the cup, but that's why it's all curled up, sucked in, because it's not happy at the moment. Eventually, we give it a little bit, it will open up, and it'll look great. The clownfish are doing their thing up there, swimming around. The goby, he's hiding in the back over there. I think it's a he. I don't know how you sex them. And then, so underneath, we have our DC pump, which is unplugged right now. The plug's right there. We have our power strips in the back with the timers for the light. We have our auto top off tank filled with RO. Well, it's like half full. I gotta fill that up. But anyways, this is our auto top off. The little pump down there, there's a thing in the back of the tank, like where it overflows when the water level gets too low. This pump kicks on and it pumps water back up to when that little switch hits the top, and it shuts off. So that's pretty much all that's down here, because this is what controls that. It's like the little power module for it, and the hose is right here. It runs up through the back, goes to the tank. And on our DC pump, we have our up and down to control the speed of the pump, and then we have this middle button that has a little picture of a fish on it. If we double tap, or if we press that twice, it'll actually shut the DC pump off for, I want to say, like 10 minutes or so, and that allows you to feed the fish without them being disturbed, and without the food blasting all over the tank, because the pump is pretty strong. So that's pretty much it for the saltwater tank, guys. As of right now, we'll come back and do an update later on, maybe get some more fish, hopefully, because I want to get more fish, more coral, really make this tank pop. Again, the substrate is Agro Live by Carib Sea, Reef Ready, Live Rock. Pretty much, I mean, that's pretty much it. It is a Aquatic Life light, and that's pretty much it, guys. Shout out to my buddy Ken over at Radical Reefs for hooking me up with the coral, getting me an awesome deal on it. You know, he's always going to be my go-to person for corals. This guy is phenomenal. If you guys are ever looking for coral for maybe your saltwater tank, or you want to set up a saltwater tank and get coral, I'll link his website down in the description so you guys can check out what corals he has listed. Some amazing ones on his website. So for right now, this is going to be it, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.